here's the freaking reality, everybody. We can always be better. Always. So putting yourself down for not doing shit is not the right way to like write a goal. So instead of doing them as like things you could be better at and things you're going to do in 2022, how about we just start making goals of things that we want to do?
Welcome back to Straight Candid Podcast
with Syd
and Soph, where we take pride in normalizing taboo conversations, saying the wrong thing, drinking too much caffeine, and talking too fast.
Here at Straight Candid, we live unfiltered. No edits, deletes, or drag and drops. Just two Minneapolis girls who hit record and keep it candid.
Let's get into it.
Welcome back. It is Thursday. Another wonderful day with us whispering in your little tiny ears.
With
Hi, how are you?
my beautiful ASMR voice today.
Sophie has a little bit of a head cold. No, it is not COVID. Trust me. I have made her nose swab many a time before she entered my home.
Yes. You guys, I've been taking a COVID test a day, but I only have one left now.
Oh.
And now that I know that this cold is not COVID, I think I'm going to save it for my next sickness. And then test again. But yeah, I honestly have a very extensive chest cold and I'm having allergies right now. So we're going to make this a fun quick little episode about resolutions. But as always, kick it off. Some straight candid moments.
Straight candid moments. Here we are. We were not in your ears last week. I apologize. Wow. Bless you, Soph.
Oh, that was an orgasm.
Oh my God.
Did you know a sneeze is an eighth of an orgasm?
I did not know that.
So if you sneeze 8 times, it's a full O.
Wow. That's crazy. We were not in your ears last week. We needed the week off. We'll talk about best Christmas ever after our Straight Candid moments, but we just needed that time. We are thankful that you guys understand that. And it was Christmas. Hopefully you were doing something fun or like maybe sitting inside in isolation like majority of us were with COVID situations. But anywho, do you want me to kick off Straight Candid moments?
Sure. Go for it, babe.
All right. Well, I have a few little random ones, but so Jordan had COVID, so my Christmas was cut short. I did swab my nose, a total of 6 times and I am negative.
Where'd you find the tests?
I had to go to a few Walgreens.
Yeah. They're like sold out everywhere now.
Yeah. But I drove to like a handful, but anyway, so my sister and I were like, we never get freaking nice pictures together. And Taylor's like all about that. Like, she's like, we need to get a nice picture together. We don't even have a picture together. I'm like, you're right. Okay. So Taylor legitimately got dressed up. I got dressed up and we took a photo outside together as our like Christmas photo. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. Like the neighbors drove by and were like looking at us and stuff. But I'm like, God, we're such dweebs. I'd probably make fun of somebody.
I love that you admit to this.
Oh yeah.
Because I keep feeling like I have to sneeze. Hold on. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
But it's funny because when I saw that photo, I was like, I remember looking at it and I looked probably the worst I've looked in a good 3. You know, when you see Instagram and that's like the death and the like the scariness of Instagram is because you're looking through this when everyone, I'm like, wow, some people, that's why I posted my story. I'm like, some people dress up at Christmas and other people get kicked out of their family's house and have to go home and look like this.
I know you looked like a little germ, but the cutest little germ.
I still look like a germ.
No, I admit.
But you guys looked so cute.
Thank you. But
Where'd you get your
dressed
coat?
up. My vest is H&M. Yeah. So anyway, that was I tell that straight candid moment because not everything is what you seem. It is what it seems, but I enjoy getting dressed up. And you know what? Taylor and I didn't have a photo together. So whatever. Okay.
We're 2/8 of the way there.
I'm going to, set the scene.
Set it.
It's the morning. You know, I'm in the bathroom. I'm getting ready. Just hanging out, you know, Jordan's roaming around doing God knows what. And then, he comes up and he's like, oh, he's being so helpful. He's starting to make the bed and he's, you know, like fluffing the covers and I hear it like, I'll stop and I hear, babe, can you come look at this? And he's like looking at the sheets and I come out of the bathroom. I'm like, what's wrong? And I look at the sheets and there's this like brown, like skid mark.
No.
From my tanner.
Oh my God.
From my tanner.
I was
going to say, looking at it.
Throwback to our straight candid moment with the boy left the poo-poo stain.
I know. That's what it made me think of. So he's sitting there. He's like, what do you think that is? Like, it's kind of like on your side, probably. Like, he's like, he like thought he did it.
He grabs a magnifying glass.
He's like looking at it. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to wash the sheets. And I just let him soak in the wonder of like, what was that? What was that for a while? It was just my tanner. This is my fucking tanner.
Okay. Do you have white sheets?
Yeah.
Okay, I do too. And when I wear self tanner, it gets all over.
I have to wear like a full like sweatsuit, like army suit to bed if I'm going to do self tanner.
I do the same thing. I wear a light long sleeve, and then I have an extra sheet that I literally just lay on top of my entire bed on the days that I do the tanner.
Smart.
And then I grab another blanket instead.
Oh, and then you like sandwich yourself in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I
smart.
always just have an extra sheet that's orange as fuck.
Yeah, but it's literally
just a little,
burnt brownie.
Just a little side tip if y'all need that.
I like that. I'm going to use that actually.
Just put it on your side of the bed and put it on top of the covers. And then you have another like blanket.
And you're cooked in.
Yeah.
But Jordan literally thought like, either he skid marked, or I don't know what happened, but he was paranoid. I let him think.
Does he know yet?
No, he knows now.
Oh,
I told him later. I was like, that's tanner. Like it's self tanner. He's like, oh, that's what. Okay. All right. Yeah.
You should have been like, I don't know, Jordan. Like I heard you kind of like with some juicy farts last night.
Don't. Ew. My final straight candid moment is I was wrapping a present for my step grandpa, my sweet grandma. She, she's married this wonderful man who's a little bit younger. She's a bit of a cougar, if I don't say so myself.
I love her.
But I'm wrapping a present for him because I'm like, I feel bad. I never think to get him a present. I only get my grandma a present.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm so nice. So I'm wrapping this and looking at it. And then I like kind of ran out of room. So I had to like get more wrapping paper and I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait, it's a Manscaped object. And I was like, oh, perfect. He'll love the weed whacker. And I realized I didn't wrap the weed whacker. I'm like, what is this?
The what?
The weed whacker. But I realized I did not wrap the weed whacker. I wrapped the like, cut your, what is it called?
Oh no.
Like the crotch trimmer. And it's literally called like crotch trimmer. And I was going to gift that to my step grandpa. Like I barely noticed because it was partially unwrapped because I ran out of wrapping paper.
Hilarious.
Can you imagine if I gave him, it's like,
I wish you would have. That would have been a full blown Candid.
I almost want Jackson to open up the freaking, cabinet behind you and read what is on that fucking box because it's literally like the after crop rubber and like the after crop cutting dusting season. Like it's just so like it's literally like about your balls. It says balls all over it.
And your grandpa was gonna open it.
Yep. So anyway,
that's hilarious.
That's my candid moment.
A good thing you saw it. You saved it.
Yeah, I had 2 weeks to do it. Your candid moment right now is that you have a booger under your nose. I'm not gonna lie to you right now.
You guys, I've been blowing my nose. I've been sneezing. Did I get it?
Yeah, you did. But you did have a boogie.
Okay. No, there it is. I was gonna say, I think I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave now.
No.
But you know what? We have boogers. We also toot, and we have buttholes. Okay.
Yeah. Established. Thank you. On to the next.
Okay. So my straight candid moment.
All right.
So you know when you get a present from Christmas and you open it and you don't love it, but you're like, oh, thank you. So my mom got me the most beautiful patterned pajama set, like pants and long sleeves. First of all, I don't sleep with pants on. I sleep with a big t-shirt on.
I was going to say that's hot.
And I just I don't sleep in pajamas. It's just not me. And they were Anthropologie. They were like gorgeous. And I was like, wow. And my sister got the matching pair. We wore them that night. It was fun for the night. But then I got home and I was like, I could definitely go find something that I love a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I worked out. I looked homeless. Y'all know sometimes I dress like I'm homeless. It's kind of a vibe. But this particular day, I looked extremely homeless. Like
you never actually do. Just
no,
FYI.
But this day I did because I was wearing red pants. I had an orange beanie on. My hair was frizzled out to the side. I just got done working out. My mascara was kind of running down my eyes. And I went to go to Anthropologie to do this return and to get store credit to go find something I liked. And so I hop into Anthropologie and I go to the counter and they're kind of already eyeing me weird, to be honest. I was wearing a dude's jacket, West End.
Oh,
it was just like my baggy jacket. Yeah. My white shoes were brown from I did look homeless.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you didn't look homeless. But you looked not put together.
Yeah,
probably.
I looked poor. I'll just say I just looked unwell. So I get up to the counter and I didn't want to tell my mom I was returning these. So I placed the items on there. They were a decent price. So I was like, okay, I can definitely find. So I place them down. She's like, do you have a gift receipt? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm just wondering if I can do in-store credit. She kind of looked at me. She kind of looked at me up and down. I'm not going to lie. And she was like, yeah, we can do that for you. She ended up giving me a card. So I go around to look around.
Yeah.
And when I come with my new items that I was going to purchase, which is these rings, by the way.
Oh, that's where they're from.
And then I got the cutest lime green jacket.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Anyways. I go up there and she asked me this question. I didn't think about it till yesterday that she was testing me.
What do you mean?
So she goes, hey, she goes, did you perhaps drop a $50 bill of cash? And I was like, oh no, I don't carry cash. She's like, okay, cool. And what items did you find? And then I checked out. But do you think that she asked me that?
I don't know.
To test to see if those,
I don't know.
I don't know even why I'm telling the story, but it literally was just like, it was in my brain.
I wonder. I don't know. I don't know.
She goes, did you drop any cash? Like her and her manager were like both standing there. Did you perhaps drop any cash? And that was like right when I was about to check out.
It could either be you're reading into it, or it could either be she was testing to see. I don't know.
Honestly, I thought that was such a good story in my head. It really wasn't that cool. Okay, moving on. Anyways, what do you do when you get a bad Christmas gift?
This girl. You're like, anyway. I'm like, where's she going? What's going on? When you get a bad Christmas gift, how do you react?
Yeah, what do you do?
Well, first tell me how you react.
I said
pretend like you're opening the present.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I feel like I was Alexis from Schitt's Creek there.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to think here. This is me unwrapping something I don't like. Oh my God.
But like, would you return it?
Thank you. Thanks,
or would
guys.
you keep it?
I would probably. I'm too awkward to ask for a gift receipt, so I'll keep it probably.
Yeah, so I didn't have a gift receipt, but I still got the in-store credit.
Okay, well now I know.
It's also my mom. I'd probably call her and be like, Mom, I don't wear pajamas. They're fucking ugly.
I always tell my family, like, I would rather you not buy me anything than something I'm not going to use.
Yeah.
Like, I really, like, and I mean that in the most genuine way of like, don't get me anything unless like, you know I'm going to love it because I don't want you to waste your money on it. And to be honest, I really at this point right now need like chapstick and some new socks. So if that's what it is, great. Spend your money on that. If it's not that, like, let's not even waste our time or money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also just thought of this because my brother got my mom candles. My mom was laughing at it. She's like, really, Garrett? Fucking candles? She didn't say the F word. But I just added that.
That was your own little spin.
But as my dad was opening my brother's gift, she goes, Garrett goes, my dad's like, well, what'd you get me? White t-shirts?
Oh my God, no.
And I'm and I'm like, wait, I was like, Dad, can you open mine first? I got my dad white t-shirts because my mom literally told me to get him them because he needed them, she said. And I'm like, crap. So that was a funny moment.
So you're like, oops, my bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Christmas is, it can be really awkward because I felt obligated to get everyone gifts. And I'm just like, I don't know.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, I don't know what to get you. I'm sorry. Like, and then it makes people feel bad. And I want to address something that I think everybody needs to remember is Christmas actually is a hard time for a lot of people and not a positive time for a lot of people. So I just want people to be conscious and mindful if you didn't have the best Christmas ever and you know, everyone's like gushing and oohing and ahhing about their time on Christmas, like it's okay that it brought maybe some sadness into your life. Like it's not a happy time for everybody. In fact, it's just meant to try to bring happiness in like a gloomy time of winter, really.
I think Christmas can definitely be, like you put a lot of pressure on it and it can be hard for people that are maybe struggling financially that cannot get everyone gifts. And like that puts a lot of pressure on you. So like, for example, my brother and sister, we decided like, we're all struggling a little bit money wise. We're like, let's just not get each other anything. Yeah. We'll like focus it on mom and dad. So that's what we did. We went in on a couple of gifts for the mom and dad. But and like, second of all, you're back with your family. Like for me, I told you about this. I called you and I was like, it's just a little strange. Just like I mentioned with Thanksgiving, you're going back to your kind of childhood roots. And like, for example, the holidays bring up a lot of disordered thoughts for me in terms of like my disordered eating in the past, just because that's obviously where it stemmed from, is a little bit from your childhood. And maybe it's like little subtle comments that your family makes. And being around that environment again kind of is triggering. So, and I know as a female, and I know we have a lot of females listening and a lot of females do struggle with disordered eating. I think it's just important to note that you're not alone with that feeling that maybe perhaps happened over the holidays. And that, you have tomorrow. There's no reason to feel guilty. In fact, in my class today, me and Syd were talking about like, we cannot, as fitness trainers, we cannot put pressure on like burning off calories, or people say we need to burn calories so we can
for Christmas
because we ate so many Christmas cookies. Like, enjoy that time with your family. The guilt that you feel and the stress that you feel about eating those cookies are going to do more damage to you than just enjoying that moment. So
even what put in perspective for me, two things is like when I get sick and I take a few days off that my body needs in order for me to heal, I go in and I'm slow. I'm very slow. It's hard to work out. It's hard to get motivated. Yeah, that happens. It's a life cycle. It's going to continue to happen. If you don't give yourself breaks, you're going to burn out. We need to do that. Another thing is when Soph was being like really open about, you know, how going home was kind of triggering for her too. It's like, you know, yeah, I told you a little bit like, you know, my mom and her like sisters and just like family in general have struggled with stuff like that. And, you know, making comments that are putting yourself down, like, I feel so chubby. Like I look so big. I just look so ugly, like all these things. And I finally like couldn't keep my mouth shut. And I was just like, do you know how to speak nice to yourself? Like, and I have had to process through like, that's not how people talk to each other, like to themselves. I mean, and what I would give advice for somebody who's like, maybe has that same kind of family dynamic or like siblings that maybe talk themselves down and it's kind of triggering to them is like, never once have I looked back and been like, I am so glad I obsessed over how I looked. It really helped me and it made me a better person. And I look better today because of it.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely not.
Never. Can you think of a time?
No.
Never in my life. Like it was a waste of time. It's a waste of negative energy. It's a waste of thought.
Yeah.
I still ate the damn cookies and I still look like myself. So
yeah. And
it doesn't matter. Like,
I agree. And a little tip for, I guess, the future. I told you this on the phone too, but I think like next year when I go home for the holidays, like I'm going to be upfront with my family. And I encourage those who are listening who also deal with this to be like, okay, just so you guys know, I don't want any comments about how full you are, about skipping meals, about overeating, undereating, fasting, feeling chubby. I don't want any comments about food. We can eat together. We can enjoy the time. We can have great conversations.
Say how good it is. Compliment the chef. But we're not going to talk about weight and we're not going to talk about, that in general. And if you do, I'm going to leave because it's not even enjoyable anymore. Yep.
So,
proud of you for that. Very, very
I
proud of you.
I haven't said it yet, but next year I will.
But okay, well, a future me is proud of future you. So
thanks, babe.
On a lighter note, we surprised our family for our best Christmas ever. And they are the most amazing, deserving human beings on the planet. If you need a recap, go to our Instagram. Actually, I'll put it on TikTok too. I'll put one of the
and I think we have a video probably coming up soon too.
Yeah, it should be anytime this week. But I mean, talk about the most deserving people on the planet. Quick before we sum it up, I just want to thank a few people that I had written down.
Love it.
Vinny from Alter, the owner of Alter Minneapolis and the Dinah location. Amazing human being. We threw an event with him. Thank you, Vinny. You're amazing. Go try Alter for using free week if you're interested. Thank you to Andy from Forgotten Star Brewery. The crew at Gray's, Stassi, Andrew, everybody there. And then also our friends and family and new friends that came to our events and supported with us. So thank you everyone.
Yeah,
seriously.
it was so amazing. And what's crazy to me is a family that has so little is the most giving. Like they were just had the most giving, even like aura to them. They were fun. They were hilarious, but we raised $40,000. We got them a new house. We showed up to their hotel lobby with a ton of gifts. The mom walks down and she was like, what's going on?
So confused.
She sees the gifts and then she kind of comes to terms with the gifts are for her and her family.
Yeah.
But then Syd and I hand her this sheet that says, yo, you're going to be living in a home.
Oh,
so
I have chills.
I mean, thank you like Declan and Andrew and our team, Jordy and Adam and everyone, Ellie and Marcus and everyone that was there for putting everything together. So it was so amazing.
I have to say one funny moment about it and then we'll jump into New Year's is we were setting up. We're early because we thought the mom was going to be early and someone comes down to make a waffle. And one of the people at the front desk were like, that's one of the kids. And he was looking at all the presents and literally his name is like huge print on like 17 presents right there. And he's like looking at it like, what the heck? And then he's on with his business because you'd never think like, oh, this is me. And then the daughter comes down and is roaming around. And when the mom finally comes in and like realizes what happened, she's like calling up to them like, come down, everybody, come down. And they're like, no, we're not coming down. There's cameras down there.
Yeah.
They were no, we're not coming down.
We did have a few big, video cameras there. We were on the news. Like it was so cool.
But they were so thankful, and I don't know, nothing can beat that moment.
It.
So anyway,
that was honestly the highlight of my Christmas. For sure.
It really, really was.
Speaking of kind of Christmas holidays, this new year is upon us.
It's upon us, my friends.
And I think we got to talk about New Year's resolutions.
I think it's time, baby.
What are your overall thoughts on New Year's resolutions? Like,
So,
do you usually make them? Like, how do you go? Like, what's your thoughts in general?
okay. So I have a theory.
Okay.
No, not a theory, but like what I've done.
Yeah.
In past, I would make a note on my phone and I would say like, these are the things that I want to do this year. Basically, because I didn't do them the past year and because I felt like I had missed things on this past year and like not done things good for myself. And what really bums me out is like I would literally do them because I was like, you're not good enough in these areas. That's why I'd pick them. And I'd write them in the notes in my phone as if I'm ever going to go like, oh, I really want to go see my goals. I'm going to go in my notes in my phone and just scroll around. Like, no, first of all. Also, why am I doing it on the last day of the year as if like recapping the year in like a poor way of what I didn't do well?
Yeah. And the fact that you're saying things I am not good. Yeah.
No, literally. It was all the things that I'm like, you could be better. You could be better. Here's the freaking reality, everybody. We can always be better. Always. So putting yourself down for not doing shit is not the right way to like write a goal. So instead of doing them as like things you could be better at and things you're going to do in 2022, how about we just start making goals of things that we want to do instead of looking at them as like, how can I be better?
Or want to do, can you say better?
Yeah,
like,
or better.
Work on the growth aspect of it.
Totally. But don't make them unrealistic. And we'll talk about like our tips later. But like, for instance, for me, one of my goals this year, and we'll also talk about that, is like going on a retreat alone.
Yeah.
That's not something I need to get better at. That's not something that like I need to improve on. It's just something I want to do.
And you could even turn that into, just to make sure it's attainable for perfectionists like us.
Yes.
They almost have to be goals that are like so goddamn easy that it sounds stupid to do.
Yep.
So for instead of like, you could even reword that to be like, I'm going to go on a weekend getaway by yourself.
Yep.
And maybe it is retreat. Maybe it's an Arizona trip by yourself.
Whatever it ends up being.
You know, so then you can like word it that way so you know that you're going to attain it.
I like that. What are your thoughts on like New Year's resolutions? And
I mean,
like right at the 31st of December.
Well, I just think it's funny that like the whole new year, new you, it's like you literally go to sleep for 12 hours and you wake up. Like, do you really think you're
12 hours? Jeez, you're getting some good riffs.
Yeah, I wish. But you go to sleep, right? And you wake up and it's the 1st of January. Do you really think you're that much of a different person overnight? So I think it's funny when people are like, I don't work out at all in December. Literally no workouts. I didn't work out all last year. Do you really think January 1st, all of a sudden you're going to be a 7-day workout a week?
No, it's
absolutely
not realistic.
Not. So that's why those goals, I think sometimes people are a little too, what's the word?
Like outlandish or like, I know what word you're talking about. It's like you push yourself too far.
Yeah,
it's like overextending.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, if you're listening, you're like, this is the word.
Yeah.
You idiots.
Yeah. When we listen back to our podcast, it's like, there's things that I wish I would have said differently. It happens every time. So when you listen and you're like, y'all are dumb. Y'all tried to do this.
Come on, the mic,
go. Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah. I think that making sure the goals are attainable is the most important thing. So just know that like this whole new year flip around, you're not going to change every single bit of you. You're still the same you, and you just have to work on those little small habits.
It's one thing at a time.
Yeah. And for me, I don't really like to call it a resolution because I want to just call them goals. And instead of goals. And instead
they said ghosts for a second.
And instead, I'm going to continue being the person I want to be and continue working on new goals and aspirations and present themselves kind of throughout the year.
I like that.
Rather than 12 goals at the beginning of the year, I maybe pick one and I'll reevaluate.
I like that. Instead of making this overwhelming list, right?
Yes.
Can we, before we dive into our like New Year's resolutions, quote unquote, actually our goals, like tips, what is your opinion on New Year's Eve? Like the celebratory aspect of the holiday? I have to ask because we kind of had a conversation on the phone about this. Yes.
I think it's so hyped up. To be honest, when I was younger, like middle school, high school, it was such a big deal because your parents will let you stay out a little later past curfew.
I know.
It was a good time.
You could have pop.
You could have, I remember my first New Year's where I drank a little bit. Like it was fun. And I think when I'm young, I loved New Year's. I did. You know, I hit 26 now. And part of me,
I thought you were 23 for a second. I'm dead serious. You said 26 and I'm like,
what the fuck?
It's not 26.
I know it's bad. Part of me, I think it's too much hype. I might just stay in this year. I honestly don't want to make plans yet because I can't decide if I'm going to want to do anything. So
That's okay.
That's kind of where I'm at right now. What do you think?
I'm with you. Like, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but like, I like getting dressed up. I do. I like getting dressed up and going and doing something.
Yeah.
But I've just been disappointed like so many years in a row. Is that sad?
Yeah.
And I think it's the hype up for me. It's like,
but you have a boyfriend, you get a kiss this year.
well, I wasn't with him last year.
I know.
But last year was a great time. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I was in Miami with a friend's family and that was amazing. It was doing something different, but I'm saying the like 3, 2, 1, yay. And then y'all just kind of stand there and you're like, okay,
I know.
2022, here we are. Like it just, you're waiting for this one moment and you're like,
hits you so fast.
You're like, that's it?
I mean, I will say,
I
like,
don't know.
we kind of sound like downers.
I am being a Debbie Downer. I totally am. I'm so sorry.
Like, it's fun. It is so fun. And if you enjoy that, do it. And that's why some days, like, I might wake up on, the 31st and be like, I'm going to go out and have a great ass time because I feel like it. I just don't want to put pressure on myself to, like, make sure I'm going to party hard. You know what I mean? I'm also just kind of burnt out. So to me, going out on New Year's right now sounds disgusting. So that's why I feel the way I feel right now.
I'm going to a nice dinner. I'm having a few strong cocktails.
Might be in bed by 10:45.
Might be in bed by 10:45.
We don't know.
I don't know and I don't care.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Make it your fun. Like if your definition of fun is staying with friends and having cocktails, that's what you should do. If your definition of fun is having a solo night and watching Harry Potter series
and going to bed at 10:30.
That is your New Year's. You freaking go and do it. But I just have
boo.
Boo. But I've done so many expectations of other people for so many years that I don't want to do that anymore.
No.
Thank you. Rest.
Whatever sounds good to you.
Next.
I love that.
Okay, so I have a few tips for.
Let's hear it.
You want me to go with mine?
Should we go back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say one and you say one.
Love
okay?
it.
Okay. Let me clear my throat. Quit beating yourself up about what you didn't do and spend time reflecting on what you did do before you create your goals. That's my tip number 1. I think it's so important.
I love that.
Think about what you did do this year. Yeah. That's a big deal. Then write your goals. Like, don't be like, oh, I missed out on this. Like that's just, it's not a good, healthy way to enter a new year.
Yep. And I will say, like, writing the goals down, sure, do it. But then you definitely, like we talked about, you need to make the small steps underneath it. Attainable, small, measurable steps you can take action on, because that adds up. Like I read something about compounding, the compound effect, and how like the little small goals can lead to obviously a big goal. And they related it to compound interest. Oh, which obviously I can't pretend like I know what that is.
But I was like, oh,
you're like, Sophie, stop. Wow. But they did a little like analogy of, would you rather have $1 million or a penny that doubles daily for 30 days? And obviously you would think 1 million, right? But technically at the end of 30 days, if you get everything you're getting back at 100%, you get 5 million. Anyways, it just goes to show. It's saying
that.
It's just going to show that like these little small habits can kind of end up with a big goal. So for example, choosing to read instead of browsing the internet or Instagram on your phone at night.
Huge one.
Helped me read 20 books last year. That's just an example. I didn't read.
I was like, oh my God.
I think I read probably 10 though.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I read 1. But that's big for me. I know that's, oh God, I sound like such a dweeb. And I actually like to learn. Yeah. But I'm more of like I'm a doer learner. Like I like to go out and learn something. I don't know.
I just had to do it because I was having sleep issues. So it helped me kind of settle down at night.
Yeah. Oh, I said that out loud and I'm sad.
Another quick example. Make that one of your goals this year.
I know I did.
Another example is taking the stairs instead of the elevator every day. Added 600 extra daily steps, which added 5,000 steps a week, which in return, who knows if that helped you lose any little bit of weight or something
or whatever
like that.
You want to do.
So just small steps.
I like that. I like it a lot. You don't have to think so big. Focus on your development. I like to think about my 1, 2, 3 week or year or whatever it is goals, and that really wide goals, just to see what guides me in the right direction. So like if you're going for something way, way big out of reach and you're like, what the hell? What's like 2 steps ahead? What's 4 steps ahead look like? Mm-hmm. And maybe even write them all out and then like be like, this year, you know what? I'm going to get these 2 done. Just these. Like don't reinvent the wheel. Like don't go crazy. Just do it what's attainable right in front of you.
Another one, avoid repeating past failures. Ooh. So do not make the same goal as last year. If people think they can do it, they probably can. But if they've already tried and failed, their self-belief will already be low. Ooh. So you can't go in and be like, I'm going to lose 10 pounds and you accidentally gained 10 pounds last year. So start small. Again, small steps. Can we say it again?
My book one is really bad.
No.
I'm like caught up on it because I've tried for so long to read more. I need to make time. Okay.
30 minutes before bed every single night. Do not disturb your phone. And that's when you read. Like, just have a dedicated time a day that you read.
You're right. I'm going to do that. That's one of my goals. I actually wrote it down.
I can tell you're motivated. I know. You're going to do it.
I can tell.
But again, you have to start small. Maybe you do one time a week.
Okay.
You have to read.
Oh my God.
Before bed.
These bookworms listening are probably like, what the? Like, you idiot. Like, I know. I hear you. Right.
Honestly, I wouldn't have done it if it didn't help me fall asleep.
Really?
But
okay, that makes me feel better. Thank you. Okay. You are your better self. You don't need to constantly be your own critic. Sure, it is a good thing to keep getting better, but have some grace with yourself as you write these. Like I said, write something fun. Be like, I'm going to save up and buy a pair of new Nikes. I don't know. Like, just like have fun with it too. And like, don't be so like, I'm making this goal because I'm bad at this. Like, I'm making this goal because I want to be a better version of myself. Sure, that's great. That's good stuff. But like, don't be like, you know what? I failed at this year. I need to be better. Like, and don't get down on yourself for the past. Past is already gone.
Yep.
Time to move forward.
And I think the most important part of making the goals, especially when it comes to health and wellness and maybe losing weight or glowing up or looking a certain way, you have to remember, I guess, your why and like intrinsically why you want to change. Because if you don't have a why, I feel like there's not really a point.
No.
And you're not going to succeed at it. So if for you want to lose 20 pounds because you want to look a certain way, you have to figure out what is it exactly? Like, why do you want to lose the 20 pounds? Because to be honest, I feel like, sorry, I just kind of had a brain fart.
I was like, oh shit, this was powerful.
I was doing so well. And then I
think what you were getting at is if you're not doing it for yourself, like, what are you doing it for? For instance, if you're, I want to have all the, okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
I'll take, go ahead.
If you're trying to lose 20 pounds, like no matter what, you're going to hit the 20 pounds. You're still going to find something wrong just because I think intrinsically it's a self-confidence issue. It's not necessarily you need to lose the weight. So to be honest, when it comes to health stuff, I feel like you need to work more on self-love versus trying to hit a certain amount of weight loss. Just it's hard as trainers too. Like you probably experience it too and like hear it all the time. You have to come with compassion for yourself.
Absolutely.
This new year.
Absolutely.
So yeah, find your why.
Yeah, I like that.
That's all my tips.
Okay, I only had one more to write down. You don't have to follow these to a T daily. If you miss a day, it's all good. You have 365 of them and a rolling of that. Okay, start again tomorrow. And no, this did not break your progress.
Yeah,
I think that's just a reminder that I needed to hear, so I wrote it down too.
Yep.
It's like you don't break progress just by missing a day. In fact, you're making progress just by changing something that you wanted to change.
It ain't linear.
It's not linear. Like who made that up?
Yep.
And the world is flat. The end of story.
Yep.
Okay,
so what?
I just had to throw that in there.
The world is flat.
Sorry. I had to throw that in there.
So I'm not doing anything drastic January 1st. Okay. Besides, I'm doing a sober January.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I would join you. I love wine and I have a few things I'm going to. Sorry. I know. I texted Sophie that. I was like, I really want to join you, but I just can't.
I just think, for example, it's going to hold me accountable if I know like I'm 100% sober just because it was so weird. I coached like the worst class I ever coached in my life on Monday after
today.
No, last Monday after I had a bender of a weekend. In Kansas City. So it's like, it literally affects my brain. It affects my mental health. So I just am so curious to see how far like I'm going to go with not only like my little online coaching business, but like things that I like really, really matter to me in January when I can like focus in on my Sundays because
that's powerful.
Sundays I'm so used to like not feeling very well.
I know.
And I can't be doing that every week.
Sundays are my like new day to unwind.
Yeah.
I really try like to not do anything. Of course, I still do something, but that's better than doing 7 things. I do one thing.
Yeah, I like that.
I actually sit down.
Yes.
I watched a show in the middle of the day the other day.
Good
That's
for
a big
you.
deal. And I made a hot cocoa. Yeah. That's a big deal. That you guys, I don't sit down. Like this is a big deal. I'm slowing down, but I have this confusion and this conflicting like, oh, you're lazy. Like you could be doing something. I'm like, what? Who are you? Get out of there.
I have to say this to myself too, but self-care is not a indulgence.
I know.
It's a necessity.
I know.
Especially for people like us.
I'm learning that. And if you're self-caring, watch Made. It's actually so good. Okay.
What is it?
End ad. Just kidding. It's not an ad. But Netflix Made, you need to watch it.
You know what else you need to watch?
What?
just a little. We're taking a little.
I know. I'm like,
all right,
anyway.
y'all. Recommendations. Netflix. Made. I heard about it.
So good. You need to watch.
Don't Look Up yet?
Yeah, I just watched it last night.
So good.
It was good. It was so many of the good characters, like like Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence. I always get them all confused. Okay,
Ariana Grande.
She was hilarious.
Yeah,
in it.
we had
Kid Cudi sang in it.
Yeah, what?
I was like,
it
what?
was so good.
I love him.
It was so good, and it also made me realize that, like, goddamn, life is short, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Do we really want to focus and spend our Christmas thinking about the cookies you ate? Absolutely
Absolutely not, but I will eat another. Thank you very much. Okay, what are you leaving in 2021?
I love this.
Because you're allowed to leave shit in 2021, but you don't need to like be all, hard on yourself for writing goals.
All right.
I'm ready.
Things I'm leaving in 2021.
Ready.
Thinking of self-care as an indulgence, like we just said, it needs to be a necessity, aka burnout. I'm leaving that shit in 2020.
Good for you.
2021. I said that during my class today too. I'm like, 2020 is almost over. I'm like, wait, what year is it? Fuck. I'm also
Idiot. Just kidding.
I'm going to stop ignoring red flags and instead I'm going to pay attention to them, and I ain't wasting my time on no boys that ain't giving me the time of day.
Good for you.
And I'm not going to date to date. I date to marry. So.
Oh, okay.
But it's true though. Like that's why I haven't put a label on it,
Good for you.
I'm leaving binge drinking.
Good for you.
For the most part. So January.
On occasion.
Yeah. January sober. Also go out the loopy doop. Y'all know I'll be there, but I won't be
I'll show face one time.
Hammed.
Good for you. Okay.
I'm leaving blurred boundaries. I think communicating with impact is going to be really important for 2022 for me. I need to be clear, direct about what I will and will not stand for. I'm not going to shrink or settle for the comfort of others. Remember, when purpose meets passion, you're unstoppable. Yes, I read that from somewhere. I'm also leaving comparison.
I love that. You wrote that.
I think I got to look inward.
Here's the thing. Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Do you know how many women look at your Instagram and compare themselves to you and hear that you compare yourself to other people? Isn't that crazy?
I know. It's just human nature.
It's not
we all do it.
We all do it. But my ask for like a lot of people is that like, when you are feeling down and low, I used to do this. So I'm just like saying it to people so they need to hear it. I stopped it last year. Actually, it was one of our resolutions. Mm-hmm. When I'm feeling at my lowest, I don't call for attention by making myself feel better on social media anymore. Like I don't purposely post something to make myself feel sexy or hot or like so somebody purposely sees it or because I saw something that made me feel low. I don't do it anymore.
Yep.
Because no matter what, I still had the same feeling, whether I did that or not. And actually when I let go of that like obsession of that feeling, I really actually like healed and I stopped comparing myself as much.
I love that. I will say that I use social media, but I use it in a different way.
Yeah.
So like, for example, I was feeling, bad about the disordered thoughts that were coming up. So I made a very vulnerable post about it.
That's great.
And it's not like I was posting a naked photo or a bikini photo. I was posting a legit, like, I'm a badass. I feel like I can relate to others by posting this. So like I'm using it more in a vulnerable aspect. And that's also why I have this podcast. Instead of like not saying something, we're going to say something,
right, Totally. No, I like that. Use it in your
kind
power.
Of both ways. Use it in my power rather than, and I think you can look at Instagrams and look at it, just do your best to like look at it more objectively, and remember that Syd and her sister fucking got ready and take some pictures outside. And remember that the photo that I just posted probably took 50 fucking shots, so as you're doing that. Yeah. Love that.
Did you say one more? Did you have one more?
I don't think so. I think that was it.
Oh yeah, you said that one.
What are you leaving in 2021?
Let's see. Let me see what I'm leaving. Okay. I wrote it as like, I'm not going to do these things anymore. Or like, I'm not doing something, not prioritizing eating every meal. It's just, I got too busy and that's not a good enough excuse anymore. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to stop. I wrote these as like not budgeting.
Mine were confusing.
I know.
Too.
Sorry. I wrote these in a different way. So I'm just going to read them as they're written.
Yeah.
Not budgeting because I haven't been budgeting very well lately and I need to be better about that. It's stupid.
We should hold each other accountable.
Why do I go negative? That's dumb.
When Callan comes on the podcast, we're going to learn a lot.
I know. And I can't wait. I'm still young. I make mistakes. Spending irresponsible time on my phone when I could be being productive.
Reading.
Literally reading. She winks. Guilt for slowing down. Like we were just talking about, like, why do I feel guilty for slowing down and taking a second to breathe? Like I should be able to do that without needing that. Ignoring my need for a therapist at times when my anxiety's its worst. I need to stop ignoring that call for like, and cry for like, hey, all I got to do is talk to somebody. I bet you $1 million I'd feel way better. Sorry to hiccup.
So important.
Not moving, living my life in worry. And it's a complex like thing narrative. I'm not doing that anymore. In 2022, I'm going to move. I'm going to move, whether it be for 3 months, whether it be for 6 months, whether it be for a year. I don't care. I don't even care. I don't care. I'm just going to do it because it's on my list.
I thought you meant like not moving your body. So like not, okay.
No.
Not moving locations.
Moving locations. Okay. Yeah. Because I want to.
I mean, make sure it's attainable.
No, in the right time.
Okay.
In the right time.
Love it. Then do it.
Sorry, I have like a little sniffle. I know. I realized I was sniffling into the microphone. Okay.
Or could you even say travel more?
You could say travel more, but I want to move.
But you want to move.
Yeah.
Can we put you want a 1 year plan?
Yeah.
Can we put a 5 year on it?
How about 2?
Okay.
2 year
We'll
plan.
do 2 year.
2 year plan. Okay. Deal. Okay. Not going for the jobs and career I want to go for, thinking I'm not in control. Bitch. Watch me. All right. Watch me do this year. I'm just kidding you. I'm not kidding you. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you do. Little chills.
They were gone.
No, they weren't.
But they were there.
I could see them.
Oh, I got tears in my eyes. Yeah. Oh. There they go. I'm happy for you.
Not prioritizing getting my ass to the gym when it's legit my confident and happy place. Like what? What are you doing? I'm dilly-dallying in the kitchen doing random shit. Like go to the gym. My God. Like you're already in your workout clothes. Like just gotta get that extra little zhuzh this year. And finally, I'm going to go on a retreat somewhere extremely random out of my comfort zone to test my comfort zone limits. And I want to do that for me because I've always wanted to do that. So that's what I'm doing. That's my plan. I'm also going to mix in meditation. I didn't write that down, but I've read a lot about meditation recently and I need to get back into it. It was really what helped clear my mind and I've put it on the back burner.
And I think the most important thing about that list is knowing that come January 1st, you're not going to do all of them on January 1st.
No.
I think you start with maybe the gym and
the eating.
Okay. The eating on the gym. And again, maybe not every single day you're going to go to the gym, but we'll pick 2. We'll pick 2. Like you have to for sure go Tuesday, Thursdays.
Yeah.
Small steps.
I mean, I already go to the gym a lot.
I know you do, but I know you want to go more.
I just don't know why I've been like slacking lately. I don't know what it is.
You have to listen to your body though a little bit though. And too, I was. And you were.
And I was.
You were stressing in other areas of your life.
Exactly. So. Candid listeners, what were they up to?
Yes.
Let's see what they're leaving in 2021. Let's do this thing. Okay, I'm going to go every other. Candid poop stories. Excuse me.
We ain't not leaving that. Sorry.
Don't be rude. We're making people human. Thank you.
Someone said my ex.
COVID. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Look, haven't heard that one before. IBS. Getting that shit figured out. Literally.
Feel you, girl. My virginity. Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay. I like that one.
Do your thing.
Can we hear the story?
Yeah, I know. I want to hear the story, but we don't have one behind that one.
Listener also said she's leaving toxic people that cross boundaries.
Good for you. This one said moochie ex-boyfriends. I was like, what? And resentment for dating them. Yeah, get rid of that shit. It's not your fault. You did what at the time it was right.
Other things listeners are leaving in 2021. She says, you know what? And if I'm being honest, bacterial vaginosis. Honestly, though, true.
It's relatable. And finally, bad relationships with alcohol and porn. We feel you. Keep moving forward. Keep doing steps in the right direction. We've got this.
Yeah.
We got you.
Thanks for writing in, y'all.
Thanks for your candidness.
Yeah. We also have a Stray Candid listener moment. Someone wrote in. That. Oh, yeah.
May I tell you something?
Yeah.
Just a little something.
You can tell me a little something.
You know what I have to say? Cheers to the new year, ladies. We're excited to be bringing in the new year with our sponsor, Manscaped, the producer of the only ball trimmer I trust to treat my man well, and apparently my grandpa. Join the global leaders in the below-the-waist grooming and leaving 2021 behind and entering 2022 with the best tools for the man in your life. We have a special offer for our New Year's presents to you. Get 20% off plus free shipping when you use the code CANDID20 at manscaped.com. Before we even read anything else, what's your honest opinion on Manscaped?
Oh, I love it.
I actually do.
All the guys that I've ever given it to love it too. Jackson?
Incredible.
Do you love it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like the waterproof, the light, the trim job. Such a step up. It's actually good. And saves time. Yes.
That trim job. You Jordan, know what I'm saying?
He has all the products now because we've got them and whatever. And he loves them. He's like, and he's legit. I hate reading ads and people are like, I wonder if they actually like them or use them.
No, we do.
No, we Legit, everybody
I even use
uses
their chapstick.
And I do too.
Yeah, it's good.
It's in my purse.
Same.
I won't lie though. My step grandpa was like, I already had one of these. It just died.
Oh.
And so he's like, thank you for getting me another.
And the shampoo and conditioner.
Did you use it?
Oh yeah. I didn't even know they made that.
I know.
But, oh my
So
God.
good.
And you're loving it.
Yeah, absolutely. So close.
Refreshing.
I also seriously love how sleek the packaging is. It's just
I know they
so
got good
smooth.
shit. Anyway, had to ask.
Oh, I wanted to add one.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
The new year doesn't always have to mean a new man. No,
Oh.
it doesn't, but it does mean it's time to get him a new ball trimmer just in time for 2022. Get him the best trimmers in men's grooming with Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0, featuring their fan favorite, the Lawnmower 4.0, so he can ring in the new year the right way.
All right. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code Manscaped. Candid20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code Candid20. Upgrade his 2022 self-care routine with Manscaped. Gracias. Okay.
All right, straight candid moments.
Let's hear it.
Written in by a listener.
Let's hear it.
So this one makes me laugh.
Okay. I'm ready.
It was regarding a Christmas gift, which is why I thought it was perfect.
I'm all excited already for the one next week too.
I know we have a good one. Keep writing these in, by the way, y'all.
We love it. Oh.
I got a gift card to a lingerie store from my grandma. That's not the most awkward part.
Okay.
The fucked up part wasn't the gift itself, but the fact that she made my poor 19-year-old brother go in and buy it. As he went in to buy it, the conversation went something like this. The cashier was shopping. Are you shopping for your girlfriend? The brother says, no, my sister. Well, my grandma. And then there's just complete awkward silence. My brother told this story at the Christmas dinner.
Wait. Oh,
How funny.
the cringe that I have inside is
Right.
disgusting.
The cringe that I have inside.
Because if I was an ant on the wall in that room, I would have
think of the
just committed.
cashier, my sister, awkward.
And then my
So
grandma, never mind. I'd be like, never mind. You know what? Never mind. And you know when people get too awkward that they don't even want to explain it? They're like, I can't explain it. They don't explain it. And then everyone's just standing there awkwardly. Ugh,
Like, never mind, it's not my sister,
doesn't
but
matter.
it kind of
Ugh.
is my sister.
you should see my toes right now. They're so curled. Oh, I love that. I love a Christmas awkward moment though.
Do we have a straight candid advice question at all?
We do.
Ooh.
Okay, so this listener wrote something in, and actually we've gotten a few of these, but this is a specific listener. I am not that happy in my relationship with my current boyfriend of 2 years. I don't feel fully myself, and I feel like I'm not fully supported. I'm not as prioritized as I once was, and I just don't even know why I stick around. But we have been so good on and off. Am I just overthinking it? Is the grass just greener, or what do I do? So I've gotten a few of these like over the course of our podcast.
What do you mean a few
different like scenarios similar to
about
this.
relationships?
And I only say that because I feel like people need to know that is common and that it's not always going to be certain.
Yeah.
And
very common.
So my advice for this person would be that take it one day at a time. Maybe as we're talking about writing things out, write out the most important things for you in a relationship and what you need. If it's support, if it's space, if it's somebody that's not going to give you space, that's going to be by your side no matter what, write those things out. But I think when we get in our heads, and even I do this too, is like, I think, oh my God, my significant other doesn't do this one thing. They don't do this one thing. Oh my God. And I obsess over it. And then I go tell them and explode or whatever. And they're like, actually, I did that like a week ago. And you're like, oh, you're right. I'm actually picking a fight for no reason because I'm frustrated about something going on in my life. So just understand where it's coming from. If you're not happy, you're not happy. You have to make the steps yourself to get out, but take your time, evaluate the situation, think through what you really need, think through short-term, think through long-term, and make steps in the right direction. It's up to you ultimately. And it's your life. You have control. Doesn't matter how far you're into a relationship. Doesn't even matter if you're married with kids. Okay. My parents got divorced. They're best friends. It's best case scenario. They're both living their separate lives. It's wonderful. It's not always that way. I'm just telling you, it's never too late.
Yep. And I also say, like, I agree with you to a certain extent, but I also disagree to a certain extent because I think it has to do with a gut feeling. Like, I've always trusted my gut and I do feel like it's usually right.
Yeah.
So like, even when it comes to cheating, like you usually have that little gut feeling. If you know this person's not right for you and you know, like you said, you're not feeling prioritized, you're not feeling happy, there's only so much you can do to change someone, and you can't really, really change someone. So for me, my advice to you would be, I feel like you already know the answer if you're writing in the question.
Yeah.
But
whenever I think about those things, I always say, leave it, give it your best, you and the effort that you want to give. And if you're not getting it in return, sayonara. See you later. It's time to jump.
I like that a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like then it's just time to get out. Like just get out.
And before we completely wrap up this episode about New Year's resolutions,
New Year,
we forgot to ask Jordy. Jordy, do you have any New Year resolutions this year?
We should have asked you earlier. I apologize.
It's all good.
So I'm holding the mic. I was like, fuck.
I know.
You need to start to interrupt us more.
Yeah,
you're on a roll,
guys,
so I didn't want to cut off.
Jackson's
so polite.
He's too nice. You need to just jump in, okay? Say, Syd, shut up. Sophie, cut it. Okay.
Cool it. My turn.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking now.
So I could kind of relate as far as like, I don't wait like, okay, January 1st hits. Now my life's going to change. You know, like I've already started some from like the past week and everything. And honestly, it's more so me like getting mentally and physically healthy. You know, went through a breakup a couple months ago, and honestly, last few weeks have been crazy fucking hard. Yeah. And, you know, just starting with the little things, like you said, Soph, like kind of like for me, like waking up early, journaling, you know, it's just little things. It's the progress, therapy, working out, not drinking as much, you know, not drowning it out with other shit. So really, you know, taking that step to focus on myself, get healthy in so many different areas. And yeah, you know, just keep rolling.
I love that, Jackson.
And I like the way you talked about it in terms of like almost optimizing yourself versus like changing something. Like you want to just see how mentally well you can be.
Take it in the right direction.
I love that. Thanks for sharing.
What's one thing you're going to do this year that you're excited about? Do you have anything coming?
Yeah, I'm actually moving to Vienna.
Austria?
Vienna, Austria.
Why?
I want to cheer, but I want to cry.
Jordy, why are you leaving?
So got offered a football position over there. So I'm going to be playing football for a few months.
Badass.
But God, it was so fucking hard because I don't want to leave straight Candid. And
you're not leaving it.
Still stay involved in everything. But excited. I think it'll be great for growth on top of, you know, getting to play football. And I've never been to Europe, so stoked to go over there. Oh God.
I know a lot of people. I even know a handful of people that have lived in Vienna.
They
loved it. So I'll connect you with them.
Speaking of a retreat, a solo retreat, like you're going to grow so much from this.
I know. So I'm excited. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really fucking hard.
It's going to be hard, but you're going to grow so much. And like, did you ever study abroad or anything?
No, because of football. So I know.
Oh, exactly.
It's going to be awesome.
You deserve this. I'm excited for you.
I'm so excited.
And as a Straight Candid team, we're ecstatic and always happy for you.
Always. Candid crew, do yourself a favor and do something for you this New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and don't put so much pressure on making new goals. Just do you and think positively.
Optimize.
Be nice to you.
Optimize yourself.
Optimism.
What? It smells good.
Jordy must be cooking something.
Did you hear that? My poor nose. Right?
I know. Yeah, can you even smell that?
I mean, somehow I smell something.
Poor little girl.
All right, y'all. Speaking of that little snotty nose, let's wrap this bitch up.
Follow us at Straight Candid Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok if you want to check us out.
Yeah.
Keep sending in your listener candid moments, and we love them. And Straight Candid advice. We're still here for that. Yes. We're still here. And if we don't text you back right away or DM, we're there. We're listening. We're watching. But we just are slow.
We do apologize about the DMs, y'all. But
they just get a little overwhelming, but in a good way. Like, we love the love. We read them.
We're going to try to figure out an easier way for you guys to submit things in the future. So just know it's coming, okay?
We're doing our best.
Other than that, you got at Candid Soph.
At Candid Syd.
And we got Jordy Dude.
Jordy Dude in the house. Thanks
his name's Jackson, but we call him Jordy. That's why.
I call him Jordy.
People are like, huh?
Thanks for the production at The Back Pocket. Thanks for helping us with that, as always. See you next week. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. Be nice to yourself, and see you later.
See you later next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, it smells so
hey.
So
that was good. That was fun.